No, we need it kind of semi-decent. Semi. So, really? Here, with this spoon. Up to you. I haven't eaten lunch. Did I miss a lunch break? Yeah, I think we both. I've got it. Oh, it's here. Oh, I see it there. There you go. That was fantastic. Yeah. Yay. Hey? This.
Under your hair.
Oh, is it? Should I do it lower? Yeah. Up here?
Or a bit higher.
Where is it? Higher or here?
Yeah, let's try there.
It comes to the side now, yeah? Oh, that was me from before, I think.
The little kitties and the wire. Should we just say both? Speaking of little kitties, when's Magda?
Yeah, I think she's going to come after the workshops. Yeah. She would have so loved this.
She would. I have like 5 siblings. I love kitties.
Do you? Yeah. Or the other option is to use one of the vessels.
Didn't work.
Oh, did it not?
No.
Okay. All right.
It just comes out and then...
Yeah, and then it, what? Unless you put like a bit of paper under it.
That's what Megan did.
We don't have enough of these, but we've got some other paper, I think.
Yeah, as long as it's not coated, it should be fine.
Yeah.
This probably is.
Yeah, oops. The other, because I think they got some other craft paper, I think it might just, I don't know, I haven't checked it if it's like really, really thick. Yeah. Hi everyone.
Hi. You guys all agree to give workshop? Do you want to grab a seat? Need more chairs?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 chairs. One of them's occupied, but oh no, it's not.
I think we need one more chair. One more chair.
Where do we stand?
No, I thought they moved it to. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm the person that says the things. Yeah, I think even Megan, I think even like here is okay.
Yeah?
I think that's what Kenya said. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what some people say. I don't know if it's true. I think first thing in the morning, apparently, I've heard someone who lives here, first thing in the morning, it's like, sorry. Yeah. Let's try to think about that.
So I just wanted to ask, is everyone here okay? Because we're going to be filming, and if that's yeah, okay. Oops. Ready to go? Ready to go?
Yeah.
So welcome everyone to LCI, our lovely campus, and our Grow to Give workshop. My name is Magda, and I'd like to introduce you to G, Megan, and also the lovely Patrina, who will be helping me run the workshop today. So G is our alumni and a spatial designer and has been at the heart of the conceptual growth of this project. Megan is a horticulturist and will teach you about plant propagation, plant care, and show you that we can interact with plants in a playful way. And Patrina is one of our amazing interior design tutors. So before we get our hands dirty, I would like to hear from you guys, and who has ever clipped any plants and who's propagated any plants? One, wait, good. 2, 3, 4, show your hand up there. 4, okay, so this idea is about teaching you how to propagate, and Megan will explain about where to clip the plants to encourage you to do that. And also at the heart of this project, it's also about sharing the plant clippings with friends. So those of you who have clipped, you might have not given it to others, but it actually makes a lovely, lovely gift as well. So before we kind of get into the third stage, which is our kokedama creation, so this is where you get your hands dirty, I'll just explain a few words about the project itself and how it all began, and then Megan will talk about the plants, and then we'll take you through the creative process. So last year, when we were in a really long lockdown, I was looking at all the little clippings of my plants, and I was observing the roots of the plants growing, which was quite meditative. And through that, I've also made a connection without kind of seeing friends and being far away from family, that it would be nice to kind of connect through plants. And this idea of the postcard came about. So sending a postcard to a friend or family member, and also sharing a plant clipping. So that's kind of at the center of the project, and the second level of it is our emotional well-being, and through that, this idea of how do we kind of belong in the world, and our relationships with each other, but also our relationships with nature and plants. So that's the kind of second level that we'd like to introduce, the idea of propagating and caring as a part of taking care of ourselves as well. So I'll just hand it over to Megan, who will take you through a few tips on how to propagate and how to care for plants. Yeah. Megan?
Hi guys, I'm Megan. I'm a horticulturist. Firstly, I want to talk a little bit about how I came into horticulture. So I'm not from like a gardening family as such. I didn't have much of a connection to plants growing up. And post high school, I went to a Catholic girls' school, and it was quite like, just assumed that you'd go to uni and get a degree, and I just never felt that connected to anything, like in that world. And at uni, I did start to learn about environmental issues, and I just kind of dropped out and went to Ecuador and stayed on a farm for a bit, and I was like, this is for me. And so I studied horticulture following that, and the process for me has been one going from my diploma in horticulture and being quite daunted by a lot of new information and like, Latin plant names, and to one that's developed over the years where my relationship with plants now is much more sort of intuitive and like playful, and it's about observation and making mistakes that you learn from. And also just about looking at a plant, and you might not necessarily know what it is, but the plants are communicating in a way. It's like a succulent, for example, it's a succulent because it's retaining a lot of water, so it's evolved to with adaptations to really dry, harsh climates and a lot of sun, where it needs to like really hold on to that stuff. And it's got like the waxy leaves, so that's another water retention strategy. It reflects sunlight that's really intense. And so I'll move on to some propagation skills. This is the first example I'll show you. So this is actually a poinsettia, which is if you know those red Christmas plants, it's essentially this plant that's been, I say tortured, but that's a bit not quite right. But like it's given certain light conditions that makes it go red. But I've rescued some from post-Christmas where they usually get thrown out and planted them in my garden where they turn into these quite beautiful shrubs. So a plant like this, a general rule of thumb is you want to cutting about a finger length. And also a lot of the time there's new soft growth on the top which is just going to die back, like it hasn't developed enough to stay strong enough to live on without roots. So you just sort of pluck that out, and you always want to cut just below a node being where a leaf stem comes out from the main stem, because that's where the plant will root from. I've been using this as an example of that. So this is actually a plant from this wall. And also like those sort of climbing, cascading plants are they strike, meaning they put roots out at the nodes very easily. So they're very, very easy plants to propagate. Back to this one, I would reduce the leaf matter. You kind of want minimum leaf matter because it's just something that the plant is having to support without a root system, and you're wanting to encourage it to put its energy into making roots. So that's a good example. You can pop that in some water, you can pop it in a sphagnum mix, you can pop it in some, even just potting mix or soil if you keep it moist, and that'll go right off. And succulents, I'll just make a little demo of one of these. These are kind of like, there's not no rules to it really. There's cutting basically. So, and the way I talked about like the nodes before, so succulents generally have, you can see all those little markings, and when you touch the plants you'll be able to see them closer. That's where they've had all these, like if I pull up a leaf, you can, that's the new marking. So you've got nodes all along here basically, so it's going to strike from anywhere. And that might even grow roots if I just left it lying here. Pop it in water, and we're going to use these to make our kokodamas today. So at this point I'll hand it over to G. He'll instruct us on getting in there.
Yeah. So we're going to get our hands dirty. Has anyone made a kokodama before? Nope. Okay, so it's a Japanese style of creating a moss ball, creating essentially a habitat for a plant that are usually hanging. There are a couple of different stages. I'm going to run through them and then we will dig right in. So what we would do is have a look at these plants, and we're going to take a cutting. So have a look at them, think of which one you're going to want, and then we're going to make kokodamas, but we're going to challenge it a little bit. Normally they're a round moss ball, such as this, but we're going to see if we can make some different shapes, such as...
We had this one. I think we've taken... Yeah.
Here. Oh, sorry. Here is...
We've got different shapes.
Yeah, so we're going to challenge the shape and see what people can come up with. But also there's no pressure, and you can really just make a moss ball as well. It's all fine. The stages would be picking the plant, picking the shape, if you want to include wire into it, which will become the skeleton and hold it together while you're wrapping it. Then this is a mixture of peat moss and soil. And if you want to make it again, it's like 2/3 indoor potting mix and 1/3 peat moss. And you mix it with water, and it creates this kind of texture that you can just mold, which is what we will then wrap around the wire structure and the plant. And the next stage is this sphagnum moss, which is also damp. We will wrap this then around the soil, and in creating the habitat, this is going to keep in the moisture when you have the plant at home or whenever you have it. So this is going to mean you have to water it less. And then the next step is the juice, which is the, yes?
Or this one.
Yeah, or that one, where we will wrap it, where it'll end up something like this. And then you can hang it, or you can do whatever you want with it. So, to begin, there's some scissors on the table. Pick a cutting, and you can actually just break it off as well if you want, it doesn't matter. But if you guys just want to pick whichever ones you want.
There are a few types, so you can choose whichever you
Yeah, absolutely.
go for.
Or I can just hand them out if you want.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Get your hands ready. Dig in.
I don't really know what I do. That's what I'm
Should I get a bigger one?
It's what you like.
vegan.
So if that's what you like, you can also put more than one.
I'm going to use the lucky cup because I don't want to waste this.
That's a crassula, or commonly known as a jade plant. Yeah.
We would just like to, for safety reasons, say that the moss balls don't require wire. So and if you are using wire, just to be careful not to hurt yourself.
Balls really easy.
But
That's why they're a ball, really.
Yeah.
Because you can just hold it in your palm and create that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it need to be very long?
I would chop off. What you can do, and it's probably better for the plant, is just to chop off these in bits.
and that will allow
Yeah.
to stick in more.
I was always very delicate with plants until I saw Megan doing it, and now I'm just getting. Yeah, she just chops it off.
Change my attitude.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let's just wait, maybe if everyone's got a plant.
yeah.
Come over here with me. Don't want to take one.
Yeah.
That one's, yeah.
You can just take the whole thing.
This one? I didn't. Let's drop it down there.
You can also use more than one in one kokedama if you want. So you can use 2 clippings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be more than one. I'll just get some. Katrina, would you be able to just? Because I've got. Would you be able to get one of the ones that have more than one in them? Yeah, to show.
Yeah. Get right in there. Chop it off. Also, just to say, during the last session, we had some people who were just making the round moss balls, but by using the plants, they were actually making animals out of them. So let's say.
Yeah, we're going to show you in a sec.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily about the shape; it's also what you can do with this.
And where you put the plant
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. So yeah.
My friend is,
Okay.
so I'm just involved in the workshop.
Everybody have plants? Yeah. And everybody is near a bowl.
This, I don't know, Megan, this was Megan's. So is this a flying bird?
I started kind of with the, well, at first it looked like a toasted sandwich, and then it sort of turned into a UFO. It's abstract, I guess.
Yeah. We also had a llama.
We have a llama. We have legs. Which is pretty good.
We do have a heart as well, which
Yeah.
isn't an animal, but it's
Yeah.
the heart's on the table. Yeah.
Everybody has a plant?
Cool.
Okay, great. And you're near a bowl. So with this soil, and it might have dried out a little bit, so just grab a handful of soil, put it into a bowl, and there's a jug of water.
If you need to top up the soil, with the water, if it's too dry, then we can put a tiny bit of water in there as well. Is it quite wet? Okay, cool.
Yeah, because okay.
You can probably also just spread out a bit if you want to have a bit more space.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sorry, you didn't have a bowl. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No, is that enough?
Yeah.
Is that enough, Joe? Or a little bit more?
You can get a bit more. It kind of depends on the shape that you'll do as well, how big or small it will be. So
We are generally making them a little bit smaller than they normally would be, just because of the time restraint that we have at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is.
is everyone going for
So-
bowls?
Wire, do you
So the first thing that we do is just kind of think about the shape. If you don't want to do the traditional shape,
Yeah.
then you want that shape. Great. So you've already coiled the wire. That's perfect. That's all you have to do. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So with the more unusual shapes like that, you would then get some craft paper, which is not traditionally in a kokedama, but it's just because we're making different shapes that it is in there. But the paper is just going to disintegrate anyway, so it'll be fine. And now with
The paper just helps to hold the shape.
yeah, totally, yeah. So with exactly, and I do think you might need a little bit more water in this one, just for it to mold properly, and then you just yeah.
You just go for
Yeah. So when you do this and when you wrap it in the paper, it's gonna look a little bit shapeless, but then when you add the juice onto it, that's when you can it's when you make the shape. Yeah.
Squeeze.
Yeah.
I agree.
Alright, so I'm just going to create the shape.
Yeah. So do you want wire? Do you need wire for your shape?
Well, I was kind of maybe thinking of like a mermaid or like whale kind of
lovely.
thing. So like tail, head. So just kind of like
Like this one?
I guess.
Yeah. So I think we will kind of. Sorry, what are your names?
Tonya.
Tonya? Myth. So kind of like Myth had the coil shape. So I'll give you that, and then I'll just give you some clipping. Oh yeah. Do you want
Okay, you can always squeeze it out, and when you squeeze it out like a sponge, it sort of helps you shape. But you can also
So they're using paper like a almost
like a holder, like just
a
a
pot plant as well.
kind of, yeah. So however much wire you feel you'll need, that's probably enough.
I can move it over.
You've got quite small succulents, so
yeah.
that won't that's probably also enough.
Oh, that's cool.
You get there? You doing yeah.
And I just want a simple
Traditional.
round one.
Yeah, ball. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I'll give you some sphagnum moss here as well.
So what you can
So you can start kind of, yeah, so I think you need to stick the succulent in as well.
Okay. Yeah, so it goes straight in now.
Yeah. And don't worry about it kind of falling apart. It's part of the process. And then as soon as you start adding the sphagnum moss, it will kind of hold its shape more and more as it goes along. Yeah.
Early silly question.
No.
The roots will grow.
They will, yeah. So you don't have to worry. Like if it doesn't have roots yet, you can also put one that already has growing roots, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah.
This is one as well.
Yeah. That should root. Yep.
So the plant.
Should I stick this in now then?
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
But also.
I think I wanted it.
Yeah. Okay.
Fine. I have these in the garden.
Are you happy for me to cut this for you?
Alrighty.
I have lots of them.
That'll do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good chunky.
We're going for
Next step
a mermaid here, I think.
Yeah. Sort of.
Mermaid tail. Love that idea.
Portly.
I think the wire shape also, like it doesn't have to like be resembling the final shape because you can still squish it and kind of with the twine, you get the
It
shape.
looks like a mermaid's purse, which is, those little sharks.
Oh, yeah.
Spirals that you get at the beach.
Yeah. Right.
They look a bit like squeeze it.
Squeeze it in, yeah.
And so squeeze some
The water out.
push it in.
Alright. So next step is the sphagnum moss.
Remember that ad? Oh my god, I'm glad I wore these.
You kind of just
This is probably the dirtiest
So I've squeezed
So
workshop.
grab a little handful and then squeeze it like into a bit of a ball, because then you're going to sort of push it into
doesn't
the
matter if it's
Yes.
slide.
And because you've got a different shape, you can make a few different ones and sort of squeeze them in.
More soil.
The next step will be
Squeeze it inside the bits or like on top of it?
Or squeeze it so that it's sort
What
of a
twine
little
would you want?
and then push it
I'll get you some twine as well, like that color or the white one.
I like
Or that one. Yep. If I can just grab one of the
As
twine.
well is we can maybe go to the next step.
to get the water coming out.
Help it hold together before we put the plant in.
And if you want, you could also use a little bit of paper just to kind of
hold the shape.
To wrap it. So you could always just do a little that underneath first and sort of wrap it as you go if you want, if it helps.
Yep.
Just has to go all over.
Yeah, also using it, but also moulding the sphagnum moss because it kind of sticks to the soil. So kind of, moulding.
You're good.
And then like with the twine, it kind of comes in
We have
like a bit of twine, a bit of sphagnum moss. So that's how it, like, because the twine helps it hold the shape as well. So
Not very well.
She's the squeezer.
I think Megan just took that one now.
So with one hand.
Do you need the twine or can I? Yeah?
Oh, there's too many balls. It is good.
Oh, sorry.
For me, it helps it may keep it together. So you know how yours is falling apart.
Here. I'm just like,
Just hold it in there.
Yeah. Do you want to plop it in there? Pre-squeeze balls, that would be useful.
This is going to be really hard to
Next step
Twine.
is
And
this.
you can get
Oh,
like,
right,
you can
Like,
gotcha.
so it's damp and really
I needed this last
never
night.
had my
thinly kind of
Really?
One time I
Oh man.
my hands in the bowl.
like a
Sorry, I was doing two things at once.
Oh, sorry, that's all right.
Top you up with soil.
Sorry.
You just wrap
Squeeze it round.
Squeeze around it. Exactly.
I've been doing
Yeah, randomly, yeah.
the type of thing that I like doing the most is pouring.
This is really interesting.
And when I was very young,
I'm
Not a very good squeezer. I've squeezed already.
I pulled it clear. Lots of sounds more.
Well, you've taken up the challenge, so you've got a bit of a more difficult shape. I think the paper towel seems to be working well because it's quite thin for the shape, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Like little baby.
Do you need a hand with anything?
I like
More sphagnum moss? Yeah.
Squeeze.
Yeah.
I need to find this.
Do we have more sphagnum moss?
I'll ration mine.
Animosity.
I'll ration mine if anyone needs.
I think
Animosity.
special way should be wrapping the
no. However you like,
whatever feels
whatever feels secure, but also like how dense you want it to be. So don't worry if like bits of it kind of fall off as well. That's okay. But yeah, some of them are like very very densely stuck together, but you know some of them are a bit more like loose. So it's up to what you
Have fun.
want to.
I'm waiting for the string.
On video.
before you do the
I need a bit pulling out because it's going to help us later on.
I didn't want it. I thought that was a special string.
No,
Do you want that one?
Yeah, I'll do.
it's special because it's for this workshop, but
Yeah. I mean, it's
Local.
not local. I can show you.
Is that okay?
yeah.
And so now if you want, you can actually use that to give you like your little base because you can poke the little things through.
Poke the plant through.
Poke the plants, yeah.
So you could put the plants on top of the ground.
Oh, I see.
So now, I guess you'd need to just think how, if you want to hang it or do you want to just prop it into a bowl? Because if you want to hang it, then think about how you want to hang it. So you can use either this for the hanging or you can use the clear fishing wire to hang the ball from. But you can also just prop it into like a nice kind of pot or vessel, yeah.
Okay.
So lots of possibilities.
I saw someone at the previous workshop holding some really cute hanging.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you want me to help
Do you want to hang?
in like? I wonder. I think I'll decide soon.
Yeah.
So just the day trip?
Just a day's trip.
Nice.
I might go over to the glass works tonight at Kensington. Because there's an opening party
Comedy
there
stuff.
at the Melbourne
Those are coming
Glass
out really well.
Because this is part of Design Week as well.
Try and keep your string.
So I'm going to go there.
Quite tight. Terrible present.
Glass of
Put
wine.
some
A friend was going to meet me, but I don't.
this in between. Oh, really?
It's okay.
And then if you can.
Have you got your succulents in, plants in?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't. Someone said to tie it up first.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, cool.
okay?
I was just to not forget about them. Not to forget the most important
And
part.
That's what I did before. You turned around and just had a ball of dirt.
This is it.
Yeah, I'm moving to Boston tomorrow though.
Oh, right.
All right, so I've got this. Sorry, I feel like I'm the silly kid in class. So now I'm squeezing. Okay. What's happening over there? So I put that on so I can squeeze it.
Too much water.
It's falling apart. Okay, fabulous.
You can fold, I think, yeah, you can probably fold that as well and then get another piece of twine to like hold that fold.
This would have been the workshop I would have been because it's messy. Like, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. That's totally
Amazing. That'd be for both.
Plant died in vain, really.
Hey, I just got these from him, so if you want to try and use some colour on yours. Yeah?
There's also the option, so you can either, the final effect, you can hang them or you can place them in the pot. And if you want to hang them, you can hang them with the twine or with fishing wire. It kind of depends on the effect that you want to achieve.
Okay.
And Patrina's just bought some salvaged wires, colourful wires, rainbow coloured.
Oh, children. Just like got some wandering chick through the countryside.
Oh, wandering chicks are absolutely fine.
You totally separate. It's just a secure really.
It's not how I envisaged.
Yeah.
Now how do I get it? So, or if you want to go to
Yeah, it worked out. Just kind of change direction.
I'd like to hang it.
Yeah. I'll wait this time.
Do you want to hang it with the white one or the fish, or the different clear one?
yours is so like yours is so
And then you can took the excess rigidity
compared to
and just tie it to two.
nothing bad.
It won't go in.
Just making a compliment.
Making a compliment.
Do you mind if I nick this?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
What's that?
Alright, so.
I don't have a
I know what I want to do. I want
Yeah?
to make
Like a loop?
like a loop
Loop with this one?
with this one.
Yeah. So let's just see. Might just cut a bit more. I think you can start using the twine as well.
Start making it make sense. You could actually.
I'm wondering if
I just feel like her little plant head is going to
so. G, it'd be good to tie before you do the second loop for the hanging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's find a spot where you can kind of just tie the rope into itself.
Do you want to hang it or do you want it to just sit?
So it's good to thread all.
Yeah, so like thread it. Yeah. I've cut off quite a bit though,
That's
so.
okay, no worries. I'll find a way, and then when I'm done.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So,
Do you want me to hold it while you wrap it?
a lot of the people who were in the workshop earlier on today, they left their Propagate, we're including it in the workshop, they're writing their down, and then they're coming back with the wrapping. Do you want to include it in the exhibition? What's your name?
Hey, what's your name? Olive, nice. Made a really nice kodama there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry? Sam.
Do you want to make it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to make it?
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Going for it.
Yeah, cool. I think you've probably got enough twine there. Do you want to hang your kokedama or?
It's a bit tricky.
So you're going to have to thread it through. And so let's find some scissors to just
There you go.
clip it. And then we're going to have to thread it through somewhere to tie it to that piece of string.
so hard over here.
So,
Sorry. Just look at it.
sorry?
Would that be now?
Yeah.
haven't got any
If you wrap enough food on it,
It'll look sexier.
it'll It will.
So that's so. Megan, Megan, do you want to? Oh, did it come off? Oh no.
Got a lot of sphagnum moss there, buddy.
Seriously.
Thing is,
Oh,
but
I
it's
know. That's what I was going to say, is that you're taking it so well.
Do you want to try tying? Oh, let's not take everything off though. Hi.
Hello, you're Megan as well.
Megan. This is the bit that I'm always like not too sure on. Like just to
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of tie it in
Oh, to tie it on.
and then
okay.
do the loop for the.
Yeah. So what I do is I try and thread the end of the string under.
One of the
Yeah.
pieces. Yeah, we've done that. I don't think it was tight enough though.
Yeah. Okay.
5 or 10 or like whatever you want. So if you did like 5 going in the
Ah,
and swap the direction.
you know, and like
And then you're going to create a
you're trying to rush. No, I think I'm just. Okay, we've got it. So let's thread it through. No, they're still not there.
You can keep doing a little bit.
Okay.
Laughing with strangers. It's really interesting.
Are we allowed to take these home?
Yeah, you're allowed to take these home. You can also leave it here and come back after we do the closing event in 2 weeks' time and take them there, and they'll be in the exhibition. But if you want to keep them, that's totally fine too.
I need to
Make more.
So at this point,
Do I do this?
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
You happy to take over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How are you going there, all right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
cool.
His head's now told me that I could also make some patterns.
Yeah.
Repeating
Yeah.
thread. Oh, actually,
Yep.
I forgot that I ran out and I meant to be threading it and securing it.
Oh, I can get you more thread. If you need more thread, that's fine. There's some thread. Do you want more thread?
Or you could also come.
Yeah.
You could also come and start.
So I know that some of you have asked if you can take these home, and of course you're welcome to take the beautiful creations that you're doing. But we're also inviting you to leave your kokedamas here for the exhibition, because we will have a closing event when we take the exhibition down in a few weeks' time, and you can take your kokedamas then, and also we'll be giving away these beautiful plant clippings that form the exhibition, so you can take a clipping then as well. So it's up to you.
It's very nice.
It would be great to grow, like, you know, those grass heads? Like have like a hairy back on the top of my creature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Did you call it a creature?
Is this a tail?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can. And the ears. I love it.
Oh, no. Go to the bathroom. Yeah, I'll just be going on public transport with hands. It looks like I've buried somebody.
Want to exhibition? You can write your name on it. Or you can.
Oh, will you?
Please.
Is that
In a minute, please, when I have
after
time.
that you've been so
Celebratory.
Very specific.
We'll give you these postcards, so if you do want to leave your kokedamas, you'll put your name on them, and they'll be safe. And as long as you come back for them to pick them up, they'll be here for sure. So, are you leave yours? Yeah. But yeah, totally cool with everything. You decide.
So
Sorry?
if you follow us,
On
yeah, so on the Instagram, we'll post it on there.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, I've sealed it off, so
I got in trouble
Yeah.
because I said I didn't like the shopping in
And-
Melbourne. Oh, what kind of shopping do you like? The shopping. Just like shopping.
You don't like any shopping.
I like shopping.
and then I just like attach one on one side and one
Yeah,
on the other. and
yeah.
just loop it.
I
Yeah.
said that by the end of the day I'm always ready.
How many of the children family do you have?
Two.
Oh, yeah.
Teenagers.
That's
14 and
That's how the best I
yeah, my daughter's really.
Yeah.
What I go, hey, how about this, Neve? Why don't we go somewhere? No. How about we do this? No. No.
What do you need?
She's alright.
Yeah, of course.
I'll keep her because I have to.
I don't want mine hanging.
She's a very strong girl.
If you don't want it hanging, it's probably easier.
Yeah, but
You
you seem like a lovely
Still have enough
person.
time to put your hair.
We'll just create.
To like, yeah, we do. We've got lots of time, I think.
My son,
I'm not sure.
my son's not. Oh, needs.
So because it's a succulent, it's quite easy. So
I feel like it's since
maybe
she was
once every 3
Oh,
weeks,
no. There was no teenager.
Soak it
It's
in
always
some
been
water.
this way.
and then
But
let
Orlando-
it drain, obviously, and then hang it back up. It's very
I feel like I want to use my mouth, but I don't want to get like food poisoning.
extra hand?
Yes, yeah.
Where do you want
Just
it?
trying to, could you pull the tail?
Yeah.
Not the
Gee.
creature's tail.
I'm so
Gee.
proud of how yours looks.
It's already done it.
I'm just trying to like secure its bottom.
Should we just, do you want to just go over the care for it as well, like next to me? 'Cause-
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah.
I've decided that mine,
Oh, again?
Yeah, just an extra. Just
Yeah,
something that will decompose
thank you for
on
the
its
gift.
own, right?
Thank you for that.
it will decompose, yeah. And it won't kind of impact the plant.
So what I'd suggest,
So, okay,
Oh yeah. So Oh, you're welcome. So I'm not sure if you heard, but so for the care of the kokedamos afterwards, because we're using succulents, they're really hardy and it doesn't take that much at all. Just soak it in some water, maybe for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then just take it back out, let it hang, or let it drip dry, and then you're done. And do that.
Water, hang it.
It's so easy because you're literally creating the habitat that the plant enjoys. You could spray it, but the actual
Deep soak.
soaking it in water.
Deep soak with my
Yeah,
socks.
a deep soak once every 3 weeks or so. Yep.
and you might have noticed a little envelope next to your workstations. So these are the postcards that we are giving out as well, and you've got a little envelope with surprise seedlings in there that you can plant all year round. So we'd love it if you shared the Love Centre postcard and joined the Instagram Grow to Give as well to grow the community. Yeah. Nudge, nudge. It makes us happy.
that's like the best thing, and eventually you'll realize.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad.
Go bold.
And just doing this is like so.
It's the
It's like a train.
Yeah.
Like all sorts of awful things.
It's not.
It's like
What?
forest floor, like tree stump with grown out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
you
more for,
donating
this one
it?
is actually one to sitting on a bench, you know, it's not one for hanging.
Yeah.
It's donated. It's donated.
Maybe your enthusiastic teenage daughter might like it.
Definitely not. She probably would have done a better job than me.
Have you mentioned about coming to get the bottles at the end of the event?
I'll say that again. Yeah.
She uses her hands very differently.
So if you haven't heard me say that before, I'm just saying it again, that we will have a closing event. So at the end of the exhibition, no, it will probably be in about 2 weeks' time, but we'll let you know on the Instagram. And the closing event, you'll be able to take a clipping from the exhibition of, you can choose either by plant or by vessel choice as well, because they're very different bottles.
I
So
love the installation thing.
When
I
I
want
was,
to do that.
when I was a really young child, we were living in Sydney, and a friend and I picked all the flowers in the neighbourhood, and we put them in our little trailer. And then we went next door and tipped it over the top of the neighbour's fernery, over the roof. And we were in a lot of trouble. But it was beautiful. We thought it was so beautiful. Like all the floated flowers in the water. This is what this reminds me of.
Yeah.
that is cute. Yeah.
Do that? Did you?
That's the best
Oh, yay. Yeah, we've Patrina styled one with like a little bag, like in the bag shape, and she was wearing it with her dress. That was the best moment of today. Creating a kokedama handbag. Yeah.
So you can see that one. It's like a bit of
Bio fashion.
Some of my dirt's still showing too.
That's okay.
Oh, so cute with the legs.
So cute.
Just imagine if it if you stick this in a bit of water, it might actually grow roots and feet. Previous workshops, yeah. Hairy feet. Oh my god, I did not know that you can do so many things with a kokedama.
Do you want me to hold it while you photograph it?
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to just help you out with anything?
Thank you.
So you put as much of the twine as you want, depending on like, I think it's quite secure. So if you want more, you can have it. I understand your concern.
Like, we want to go home. Your mermaid is fine. She will become a doorstop if you keep going. All right. So
Yeah.
okay, I need to stop. I need to stop. Okay.
Should we twine this one up?
Yeah, I guess we should.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If we've got some sphagnum left.
Oh, yes.
Does anyone else want to finish this one off? Do you want to?
Sure,
Do you want to? Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
That was just the perfect amount of the sphagnum moss.
So cute. This would be a good one if you wanted to make a pony.
Are these the ones actually people made today?
These llamas were, everything apart from this one was made today.
Yeah, and the ones
Oh, you're so good.
Yeah.
A free
Yeah.
llama.
I feel like I found my new pastime.
Yeah, right.
This is great. Is that like I have no idea what the things are that you said that the dirt's made out of.
Oh, that we could post it on the Instagram. Actually, we could do that. Yeah,
Do a little recipe.
recipe. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, yeah,
Because I've got a big
I
poster
love getting my nails
with
dirty.
2 parts, 1 part.
yeah.
This is the
Oh
one that
right, that's my. Oh, I probably need to get
No,
one
you
as well.
can keep it. I mean, they're both going to be yours. We'll just like.
Do you want to just tie it in? Or is that your hanger?
Well, I didn't realize I wanted to try and tie it, and then I realized I need a hanger.
Whatever you want.
We could do the hanger separate though.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
Yeah.
just going to blend in anyway.
Oh, okay. I pulled it weird. That's fine.
You can just tie it in with the next bit if it's not tight enough.
Amazing.
So the
Twine,
hanger,
twine.
I just kind of
Yep,
do wherever.
yep. Twine, twine, twine. Oh, we have twine. Is that twine?
Yes.
Can I give you this one?
Get her green thumb herself. Oh, thank you.
Do you have scissors there? These ones.
So you could get really
Oh, you do.
clever and figure out how you
Cool.
Are we all out of the jute?
Yeah. You might
No,
get it.
no. There's that one. There's that one. I think they've been used.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I would do is maybe get one little tie there and another one there, but then you hang it so that it sits on the side like that instead of like that.
Oh yeah, that's true. And that way she may not.
Of white. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
she's got two, it's not tight enough.
And then a
Yeah.
little tail that
Okay.
goes down sideways.
The white one will be available in a sec. So whichever one you want to use.
Okay.
Just shake it off with the rest. Yeah.
That's a little.
Okay.
Oh, there's another little one there.
Yeah. What are we looking for?
String.
String? Oh. Yep.
Just like 2 bits.
2 bits. We'll have one there in a sec. Good work.
Can I steal this for a second? Thanks.
No, this really has to grow roots, this guy.
I know.
Kind of like an orca thing.
Yeah. It can be so many things.
Oh, I think I made it not long enough.
Cut another bit.
Yeah, that's one.
True, that makes sense. Just cut another bit. That's fine.
Did you find the other Tonya?
No.
Yeah.
I wanted all
She
3
joined this
Tonyas
morning.
to get a picture.
Yeah. The day of Tonya.
Yeah.
I've never met another Tonya in my life.
Really?
Once a Tonya took my my plate at the dentist because they thought they'd never. But that's the closest, and I've spoken to a Tonya. I've never met one in the flesh. So.
Pretty special day.
It is. It's unusual for us. We get excited.
Yeah.
you want to, we can wrap up the phone and we can start carrying on. Basically, you can just sort of close up so then I can stop streaming. And then, because I think Karen wants to do a Q&A, like very informal.
Yep.
So you can say they can continue working if they want to, but just for our online viewers, we'll say thank you.
Yep. Cool. So I think we're slowly going to wrap up. You guys can continue working away, but for our online viewers, we'll be thanking you for listening in and watching, and wishing you a good luck with your kokedamas and propagating your plants as well. Thank you.